Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new, hello. My name is Meg. I am lactose intolerant, I'm gluten intolerant, and I eat on a phase 3 low FODMAP diet for digestive reasons. If you hear crunching in the background, it's a kitty enjoying his breakfast, which is what we'll just jump into, is what I'm planning for breakfast today. I made these little like blueberry gluten-free muffins last week, and I talked about how I thought they would be really good, even sweet or savory. So I want to try that this morning and make a savory version of them. So I've got stuff to make the little biscuits over here, but you can see that I am out of gluten-free flour, so I need to make some more. But what I'm going to add to them to make them savory is I have some sharp cheddar cheese here and some pickled jalapenos that I can chop up and put in them. And I think that'll be really good. But like I said, I need to make some more gluten-free flour. And I'm going to put my little KitchenAid grinding thingy to work. Just because it's cheaper than buying like rice flour. I'm gonna grind up my own. I'll leave the link to the article about the gluten-free flour and which one I use. There's several of them in this article. There's shading on my face. I look dark and mysterious. Oh, by the way, my stomach is feeling fantastic today, so I'm allowing myself some black coffee. But yeah, basically it's, I'll go over here, white rice, brown rice. This is potato-ish flour. It's actually instant potatoes, like plain instant potatoes, because I can't find just potato flour. Cornstarch, tapioca starch, xanthan gum, and pectin. The recipe asks for pure pectin. That stuff is really, really expensive. And when I looked at the brand that it was supposed to be mimicking, it actually had the same ingredients as normal pectin. So I rolled with it, and I think it turned out pretty good. It also says do super fine ground flour, and you know, I do it as fine as my little machine can do it because I'm lucky enough that I have something that can grind. Mike bought this meat for me for not this last Christmas, but the Christmas before that, and I've rarely used it, so I'm glad to finally have, there's a kitty, easy kitty up there. I'm glad to finally have a reason to use it. So I'm going to measure out the quantities of rice that I need and put this into grind. I have all of the ingredients in here, the yogurt, the eggs, salt, oil, and baking soda. Basically everything except for the flour and the additives. And so I'm gonna get these mixed up, then I'll add in the flour. And for the additives, this is 40 grams of the pickled jalapeno, so not quite 3 tablespoons worth, and then 50 grams of the sharp cheddar cheese, the extra sharp cheddar cheese, which this is what I'm using, by the way, because this is like basically no lactose in it. In this quantity, it doesn't bother me even with my lactose sensitivity. So that is why I picked that. So yeah, I'm gonna get these all mixed up and get breakfast baked. It comes together really, really quickly once, I mean, if you just had gluten-free flour on hand, it would come together like super duper fast. Look how gorgeous this dough is, though. It's not like sticking to the sides or anything. It looks nice and like kind of almost like cookie dough. But I'm going to go ahead and spoon these out into like little drop biscuits on the cookie trays and then throw them in the oven. And then it's only a matter of time before they are out and I get to eat. And there is breakfast. I've got 2 of those biscuits, a hard-boiled egg. It just sounded good today. And a little bit of avocado topped with some green onion, cracked black pepper. This looks so good. These Biscuits, when they came out, one of my favorite things when I was in college were jalapeno pimento bagels. Oh my gosh, I loved them. And it's one of those things that very few places carry jalapeno bagels. And now that I am gluten-free, it's impossible to find gluten-free ones that are jalapeno. These smelled like those jalapeno bagels. Hi, kitty. What do you think? Yeah, that smell good? But I am very excited to try these based on that. So let me grab one and we'll try it. So here it is. The texture on this, the last time I made it, was amazing. Oh, and it's just as beautiful this time. Look at that texture. I hope it's focusing on that and not my face. Look at that. Oh, it smells so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Oh my gosh. This may be the best gluten-free thing I have ever made. Oh my gosh. That is so good. I mean, if you like jalapeno cheddar things like I do, oh my God. Like the blueberry, like the last time I made it, the original recipe calls for raisins. I made it with blueberries. But this, hands down, oh my gosh. This is like the best gluten-free thing I have ever made. I cannot believe it. That is so good. I am one happy girl right now. This was just an experiment, a trial. This was just like totally an experiment, like just try something because I thought it might be good. If you like jalapeno cheddar things, you need this recipe in your life. I will link it below with the amendments that I made, including the gluten-free flour. Like I said, set that down. Separate myself from it for a second. The plan for today, I do have work to get done, but I did super awesome this week and got ahead on a lot of my work. I do have a meeting this afternoon, but that is, for the most part, it. I have like maybe 30 minutes of a project to finish up. And then I'm like so golden. I'm so happy. Then after that, anything would just be getting further ahead. So yay! I'm really proud of myself for that. I need to take the dogs for a walk. It's threatening to rain, and Dog doesn't do rain, so I'm going to need to do that probably sooner rather than later. Oh, so last week I wanted to make, for my last what I ate in a day, I wanted to make chocolate hummus with homemade rice crackers. And I completely, life like got away from me and I got so busy and I never got the chance to make it. So I want to try that today. Cause I think chocolate hummus, homemade rice crackers, with like some fruit would just be like, mwah, so good. So I want to try to get that done today since I have all the extra time. I think it will be possible. Sorry about the planes. It's inevitable. Every time I turn on the camera, there's planes. I still need to figure out what is going to be for dinner. Maybe it's colder out, so maybe like soup or stew or chili or something like that. I'll figure it out. But I'm just really happy to have like my day as my own, really. That's exciting. So I am going to no longer hold myself back, and I'm going to take my delicious biscuits and my breakfast. I'm gonna go eat and then jump in and get that little bit of work. No, probably take the dogs for a walk and then jump into work. I'll take you guys along on the little walk. I mean, there's a really short path that we can walk on right now because of all the construction going on in my neighborhood. But yeah, we'll go for a walk. So I'll see you guys when we do that. This is pretty much it. We can walk down this path from the house down into the park. Walk through the park, but the end of it, there's more construction. But at least the dogs can play in the park. Hey, cuckoo dog. Cuckoo dog. What are you doing? What are you doing, coo dog? What are you doing, Kiwi? Dogs love coming and playing in the park. So at least they have, you know, some space that they can run around and play and get muddy. All around us is just construction in every single direction. There's like so much stuff in the road. I don't want the dogs stepping on like nails or staples or anything like that. So we just walk this little L path and we get to play in the grass. I miss you too. Yeah, I miss you too. We got literally back just in time. Like as I was opening the garage, it started to sprinkle. So I'm glad I decided to head out and take the dogs for a walk early. I guess I need to get the work done that I have to do. I have a meeting in 4 hours. Yeah, I can math. I don't know why I couldn't figure that out. But yeah, I have a meeting in 4 hours, so I need to get like the 20 or 30 minutes, like I said, of work done that I need to get done. And then I guess I can start figuring out what's for dinner. And then maybe here in an hour or so, try to get my hummus and crackers going. I'm super excited. It's starting to get close to lunchtime now, so I figure I should probably get started on the crackers and the hummus. So first thing I'm gonna start with is the crackers. I think since they'll need to bake and cool down a little bit. I think I have everything here that I will need for it. I've got some water, olive oil. This is some Bob's Red Mill gluten-free rice flour, some brown sugar, salt, and a little bit of melted plant-based butter. It's the Country Crock that I use. Basically, I'm just going to mix that all up, and I have a piece of parchment paper over here and my ruling pin, and I'll just flatten it out as best I can and then put it in the oven to bake. And then I already have the oven preheating. Oh my gosh, I pointed at that to show you guys what time it was. It's like 1:45 noon right now, so that's what time there you go. That's what time it is. But yeah, that is the plan. Get all this put together pretty quickly. I have a couple hours until my meeting still, so I shouldn't be cutting it close or anything. So rolling this out was a little bit difficult until I did the sandwiched parchment paper. I used a piece of parchment paper from this morning and just sandwiched it, and then it went way easier. Now we're gonna score it. So the next step is to brush this with melted butter. I'm being super lazy and I'm using olive oil because I don't have to melt it. And then after this, sprinkle it with a little bit of salt and then throw it in the oven. Crackers are out and done. I hope they're done. And they look good. It does say to let them cool off all the way, so maybe they'll become crispier as they cool off. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I've never made crackers before, so I'm excited. But while those cool off, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the chocolate hummus. So I think this is everything. Unfortunately, I'm running rather low on maple syrup, so I'm gonna add a little bit more water and a touch of brown sugar to replace probably like, I don't know, maybe 1/8 cup of maple syrup that I'm gonna be missing. The recipe asks for peanut butter. I also have Tiny. I'm deciding which one I'm gonna use. I really like peanut butter, so I might do that one like the recipe says, but Tiny would probably be a little bit more neutral than peanut butter. I might do peanut butter. Then of course I've got my chickpeas, some vanilla extract, and the chocolate part of the chocolate hummus, the cocoa powder. And then I got my blender out, so I'm just going to get all of this in the blender, plus a little bit of water, and process this up. Well, there it is. There's the final product. You can see how thick this is. Like, I'm holding it upside down. It's pretty thick. I had to add a couple extra tablespoons of water to it, even to get it to blend up properly, but it smells like chocolate peanut butter cereal milk. You know, not exactly like Reese's, like chocolate and peanut butter candy, but that more like diluted smell, like milk. Like the milk and cereal. I don't know how, if you know what I'm talking about, good for you. I'm crazy sometimes. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. But as the crackers have been cooling, they've been crispening up. So I'm sure once they get fully cooled, they'll be like super crisp. I'm so excited to try them. But I guess I'll get the hummus served up and looking pretty, because we all know food has to be pretty. And we'll wait for the crackers to finish cooling off, and then we'll have lunch. There is the final product. It's so pretty. I'm so happy with how it turned out. And looking at this, I realized that this would be like a beautiful like appetizer or even dessert for like Valentine's Day, Galentine's Day, Palentine's Day. That's coming up. So this would be a great thing. I even did like little hearts with my strawberries. Oh, I had way too much fun. I topped it off with like a teaspoon-ish of chopped almonds and a couple of chopped up dark chocolate chips. These are the chocolate chips I topped it off with. Like I said, just a couple of them. On the side, I have 60 grams of strawberries, a few of the rice crackers, and I did some math, and I think like 40 to 45 grams of it should be okay. But double check those numbers for yourself before you jump in, believe in me, because I'm not a professional. I just I just try the best I can. But this is so beautiful. I am super excited to give this a try. I'm gonna try one of these rice crackers first. Oh, they're still a little soft in the middle. I probably could have cooked them a little bit longer. They taste like rice crackers. Like, they taste like plain rice crackers. So next time I know, either roll it thinner or cook it a little bit longer. But yeah, if you like rice crackers, these are pretty simple. I wonder if one of the thinner ones on the edge will crack better. Let's see. Yeah? That one was crunchier. Now let's try a little bit of the hummus. I've never tried either of these recipes before. I love trying new recipes, if you guys haven't noticed. So let me give it a try. It tastes exactly how it smells. It tastes like the milk left behind from eating chocolate peanut butter cereal. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I was kind of hoping it would be a little bit richer, but I mean, it's not bad. I'll definitely eat this with like crackers, or maybe I can get some like gluten-free pretzels, or, you know, just have it with fruit. Maybe smear it over a piece of gluten-free bread or something. I mean, I'm not hating on chocolate on chocolate hummus, so yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy this for lunch. I have 30 minutes until my meeting starts, so yeah, that'll be it until dinner. Oh, dinner. I decided to try something overly complicated today for dinner. I have a recipe for chicken ramen. I have these noodles. These are like my favorite. They are like the Forbidden Rice Lotus Foods noodles. And yes, they are dark colored like that, but I'm thinking chicken ramen with these noodles tonight for dinner sounds so good. So that's the plan for dinner. I already pulled out some chicken to thaw, so it'll be ready for when I'm out of my meeting. Fortunately, I'll be out of my meeting 4-ish, so I'll have plenty of time before dinner to make it. But that is the plan for at least right now. So I'm gonna go eat and enjoy this protein-packed deliciousness, and maybe watch an episode of something on TV before my meeting starts. Done with my meeting now. It is just after 5 o'clock. So it's time to get ready for dinner, and I've got a whole bunch of stuff out for that. So this is the ingredients that I have amassed for dinner tonight. And I'll leave the original recipe link down below, but I've made a lot of changes based upon what I have and what I like. I already have some water boiling because I'm going to try to make a soft boiled egg. I'm not very good at it, but I'm going to try it. Oh, but tonight we're making chicken ramen, or attempting to make a chicken ramen. These are bone in, skin on chicken thighs. I'm just going to cut out the bone. Instead of using the glaze that the recipe suggests, I'm just going to season them how I like them, cook them in the air fryer. It says use a good quality chicken broth. Well, this is what I have, so it's good enough. It asks for mushrooms. I don't have mushrooms, so to add that depth of flavor, I'm going to do a bit of hoisin sauce. It asks for mirin. I don't have mirin. I have soju. I have my soy sauce. These are the noodles I'm going to be using. Garlic, obviously, for low FODMAP friends, just don't. And then minced ginger, and I'll go grab some green onions from the garden when the time comes, and then some frozen spinach. And out of this, I'm going to try to figure out how to make a ramen dinner for tonight. This kind of dawned on me when I was chopping up the chicken. I have chicken bones. Why don't I make chicken broth? It doesn't take that long. So I stuck the bones in there with the other stuff that the recipe said. Did a couple of green tops off the green onion. And I also realized I didn't explain what soju is. Soju is a Korean rice alcohol. Best thing I could similarly compare it to is like sake. But yeah, that's what that is if you're wondering. But yeah, give this a little bit time to simmer, and I'll actually have like a really decent broth instead of using the powdered. I'm happy with how I'm utilizing my ingredients. So everything is coming together. I've got the broth all here, all cooked up and done. It's just simmering now to stay warm. I've got the water started for the noodles. I've got vegetables here. I've got spinach done. I decided to do a little bit of carrots. I did the exact same thing as I did to the spinach, just a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of sesame seed oil. And over here I have 2 of the chicken thighs resting. I will chop them up and we can top the ramen with them. Then I have the egg, ended up being a little bit more medium than soft, but that's fine. And I have it just in a little bit of soy sauce in a little bag here, and I will cut it for our bowls of ramen. And the final product, there it is. That's beautiful. The noodles are just so dark, but there's the spinach, there's the carrots, there's the egg, chicken, all sliced up, looking gorgeous. But I'm definitely gonna go enjoy this, and we have enough for leftovers for tomorrow too, which is awesome. But dinner time. Here's Mike's monstrosity. He doesn't like the broth as much as I do, though. Well, everybody, that is going to be it for us for today. It's getting late. It's just about bedtime. I haven't had anything else to eat, so that'll be it for me today. I appreciate you guys so very much for coming out and watching this video. I hope you found some inspiration in the foods that I made today. Always do your due diligence. What works for me may not work for you. I will see you all back here again next week. Bye, guys.